The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Down, 18 Gator. Pilot, 64, weak.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Greer on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense, keep it up. White.
This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
734.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones hit, and the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 16.
Monday, down. 180. 54. Hey, me and you all game.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
35's the mic. I'm coming.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
X3, 218, 2.
First down, Greer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Greer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On the ready. Ready.
On play action. Greer to throw it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to the air. Greer on second down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. That's taken in by Callaway.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsey so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsey.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 45.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Caught by Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the 1st half. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr. This complete to Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Here's Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. He may try and run, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And Diggs has it.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Howard on second down. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Greer, it's a sneak. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Go!
After the run, Greer going to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Second year in Oakland for Walter after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change? Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. 54. Coming after you. X3. 218. Let's go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. From the 36, Greer escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Mostert. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Greer It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Greer now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Greer sets to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, now Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And some space here. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it.
Here we go. Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Now a carry for Jacobs. Well, a good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 30-yard line.
Down, 280. Mike, 45. Put that down. Express. Let's go, right here. Check. 694. Check, 45 to Mike. 65, 65. 65. Raider 1. Switch it. Smooth. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, we heavy on the edges. 80 weapon.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done.
I get the thought process, third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mostert. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's Greer. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. On first down, it's Howard, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one, a victory.